In the previous video, part 1 video, we have already seen growth of nationalism chapter part 1, that is factors promoting to the growth of nationalism. Now in this video we'll be seeing the precursors, or basically the formation of INC in our country, or what were the political associations that were responsible, who helped for the formation of INC in our country, as well as we'll be seeing the sessions under it. We will also be seeing the aims of Indian National Congress. Let us trail to the PPT. The first topic under this is the precursors of Indian National Congress. When we talk about precursors, that is before the formation of Indian National Congress, there were various political parties, or I would not be wrong stating that there were various local political associations that were formed before the formation of Indian National Congress in our country. Alright, now by the second half of the 19th century, there was a feeling of nationalism that was evoked or aroused in our country, which we have already learned in the previous part of the growth of nationalism chapter itself. Alright, now with that, it was clear that, or Indians realized that India could not be a sovereign nation under the hands of British Empire. Now this feeling gave rise to various political associations that was led by English educated professionals in our country. Now among all these association, Landholders Society in Kolkata, which was founded in the year 1838, became the first political association. Now, other associations were Bengal British India Society, British Indian Association, East India Association, the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, London Indian Society, and Indian Association. If we see, all these Indian associations, or all these political associations, were basically the local political associations. Now it was important to have an all India movement, or all India association, or all India political party in our country, so that mass can be a part of it for a further national movement in our country. Let us see the most prominent political associations in our country. The first is the East India Association. Now this East India Association was founded by Dadabhai Naoroji in London in the year 1866. He is often known as a grand old man of India. He believed in British sense of justice. That is, he basically believed that British were just and good. Alright, he formed this association basically for providing information on all Indian subjects and the members of parliament. He wanted to place the true state of affairs in India, that is grievances faced by the Indians, and to suggest remedies for the same. There were branches of this association in Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. The next association was Indian Association. Now this Indian Association was basically meant to be an all India movement. It was started in the year 1876, which was headed by Surendranath Banerjee. Now this association had lawyers, professionals, and educated middle class as its member. So this association also had its branches, and its branches were present in Bengal and also the towns and cities outside Bengal. Of course, this association also had various objectives. The objectives included that it had creation of a strong body of public opinion. The next objective Indian Association had was integration of Indian people on the basis of common political interest. Promotion of friendly relation between Hindus and Muslims. Mass participation in both public movements. Now, there were various achievement that was linked, or various association that was connected with this Indian association, and that was it launched agitation against the oppressive or the repressive act such as the License Act, the Arms Act, and also the Vernacular Press Act. It also worked against lowering the age limit from 21 to 19 years for the Imperial Civil Service, that is ICS examination in our country. Let's move ahead with the next association now, that is Indian National Conference. Now, Indian National Conference basically offered a model to the Indian National Congress, which was founded 2 years later after this Indian National Conference to be convened. It was founded in the year 1883 by Surendranath Banerjee in Kolkata. In the year 1886, in the month of December, Indian National Conference merged with Indian National Congress. Let's move ahead with the formation of INC in our country. Whatever political association or political movements that we saw prior to the formation of Indian National Congress was the local associations in our country. Now, all these leaders or all these reformers basically realized that forming a localized association is not going to be helpful. What we require is the strong and an all India political party in our country. And that is how we have the formation of Indian National Congress in our country. Now, Surendranath Banerjee, Dadabhai Naoroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Tayyabji, and Justice Ranade, all these social reformers believed that it was very, very important to have an all India political party. And this political party was helped or the formation of this all India political body was aided or helped by Alan Octavian Hume in the year 1885. He was a retired British member of Indian Civil Service examination. Now, he wanted to set up an organization that would draw the government's attention to the administrative drawbacks and to suggest the means to correct them or to rectify them. Now, Hume wrote an open letter to the graduates of the Calcutta University asking them to dedicate themselves to the service of people by forming a union to organize a well-defined course of action. In the year 1884, Hume, in consultation with the Indian leaders, laid the foundation for Indian National Union. Now, the conference of the representatives of different parts of India was convened by the Union at Pune on December 25, 1885. Now, in that point of time, the plague broke out. So, the meeting of the union was held at Gokuldas Tejpal Sanskrit College, which is in Mumbai, from December 28 to 31 in the year 1885. And the president of this union was Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee. Now, it was attended by 72 delegates. On the suggestion of Dadabhai Naoroji, the name of this particular union was changed to the Indian National Congress. Thus, the foundation of Indian National Congress was laid in the year 1885 on 28 December. The Viceroy, Lord Dufferin, favored the formation of the Congress because he wanted to act as a safety valve for popular discontent, that is the popular dissatisfaction prevalent in our country, by safeguarding the British interest in our country. Let us see the aims or the objectives of Indian National Congress. Now, Indian National Congress had various aims. Out of that, the first one was to promote a friendly relations. Now, the friendly relation between nationalist political workers from different parts of the country. To develop and consolidate the feelings of national unity, irrespective of caste, religion, and province. To formulate popular demands and present them before the government. To train and organize public opinion in the country. The Congress held its session every year in December to chalk out the programs to achieve its aim. It also brought about changes in the above mentioned aims of the Congress from time to time, depending upon the changed circumstances. Let us see the first session of Congress. The first session of Congress was held under the presidency of Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee, and it was attended by 72 delegates from all the parts of our country, including eminent persons like Dadabhai Naoroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Tayyabji, etc., etc., etc. The second session was held in the year 1886 in Kolkata under the presidency of Dadabhai Naoroji, that is grand old man of our country. There were some delegates who were received by Lord Dufferin as distinguished visitors of the capital. After that, there were various sessions held in the month of December in different parts of the country, and number of delegates soon increased to thousands from 72. The most important among these sessions were the Surat session, which was the 23rd session of the Congress, which was held in the year 1907. Why was it important? Because it led to the split of Indian National Congress into two because of the ideology of the early nationalists and the assertive nationalists, which we shall study in the next topic, that is the chapter 3 of our textbook, history, total history. Alright, if you like the explanation, please hit on to the like button and subscribe to my channel for the further uploads. Thank you so much.